So the Bonsai Northwest Melbourne exhibition is on again this year at Footscray Community Arts Centre, 45 Moreland Street, Footscray, Melbourne, Victoria, on the 20th and 21st of April 2024, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Come along. There's lots of stock for sale, heaps of trees on display, and I'd love to see you all there. So looking forward to it. G'day YouTube, welcome back to my channel Bonsai Works. This beautiful juniper has come back to me to give it a clean up. If you've been following my channel for a while, you remember this tree in a video that I called Monster, my greatest ever transformation. This juniper was on its side, and it was pretty much raw material. I stood it up and created this beautiful tree out of it. Now it's starting to overgrow. We've had a bit of dieback here and there, but the tree's looking nice and healthy at the end of summer. Beautiful, nice canopy of foliage, really healthy and looking good. Now the owner actually, this belongs to a client, and the owner actually likes both sides of the tree, probably, and I'll just show you around the other side. It's kind of funky and interesting. It's also quite nice there too. You can see that it's a bit more dynamic and interesting too. The whole tree comes a bit, got to reposition if you ever want to have that as the front, but I think this tree is going to look good from every angle, which is really good to get in a bonsai. You can get it all looking good at all different angles. It will look amazing. But today we're going to do a clean up and fix up a lot of the branching, clean up all the branches and get it ready for its first exhibition, which will be at the Bonsai Northwest Melbourne exhibition coming up on the 20th of April 2024, 20 and 21st. More details to come on my channel, so stay tuned. But at the moment, we still have this, you can almost just see a smaller tree in here. It's probably all blended in. Got a bit more gap in here, which is good. Probably need to thin it out a little. It's getting quite extensive. I've already to cut off some of the wire that was cutting in. There was a bit of wire cutting in. So that wire was removed, and now I'm just going to start to rewire some things. Now, one thing I've noticed is a lot of this beautiful dead wood and shari is being kind of hidden. Now the bark's starting to flake, which is good, so I might consider doing cleaning up the bark and making it nice and red, peeling off the bark bit and exposing the nice red underneath to balance up with the shari. But a couple of things I want to do is try and open up this, and I did notice this branch in here maybe is too low. Thinking about maneuvering it around, putting it up somewhere else to really open that up and have this side a bit shorter, this side a bit longer. So just quick little dynamic things like that, just to expose some of these more interesting features of the tree when you're looking into it. So little things like that I'll be doing, but yeah, off I go to start working on it. I should comment on this gorgeous Japanese pot that's in. Stunning, beautiful pot. So really nice, soft curves. Even though it's a rectangle, it's nice and soft on the ends. Nice soft lines, interesting feet. Really adds the dynamicness of this tree. So I'm going to start cleaning up this whole tree, and we'll see what we come up with. One thing I thought I'd try and show you with junipers is how I trim and clean up the branch. So down here I've cleaned up these ones. Nice lines underneath. Now I'm up to this one here. So initially I thought I need to actually drop it a little bit. So always do the main bend down a little bit, just dropped it a little bit. Now we can see this thing hanging down. We just start to pluck anything that's going down off. I'm just going to work on this little section here. Now from the other angle, you can notice that this is now too long. So I'm going to have to come back and cut it off. Just one cut there removes that tuft of foliage. So that's how you cut back. You don't hedge trim it, you don't pinch the top. You come in with scissors, and anything that's long you start to take out, and it's only one cut to get rid of that bit of foliage. So you almost take the middle out. So I just go through it all like that. Once I've done the cleanup underneath, now I'll do the top growth. Anything that's too excessive I start to remove. Because it's only the one cut, it doesn't brown, it only browns that little cut, that bit there. So slowly reducing anything that's too out of the way. So we slowly thinned it out, kept a nice line underneath, and now we keep moving on to the rest of the tree. Now we go up to this area and do the same process, clean up underneath. Sometimes I have to move the wires around, make sure I'm happy with where they are. Sometimes branches just way out of whack, so I'm just going to get rid of that. It's just a continuous process of going through, cleaning up the excessive growth, cleaning up underneath the lines, and we get through the whole tree. So the work's coming along really well, and you can now see all the work's been pretty much done up until here. And there's a bit of a gap, and then they've just got the head of the tree, the apex of the tree. So I'll try and lift up a little bit longer so you can see a bit more now how a little bit out of control that is. But overall, this beautiful looking specimen, it's actually, from here you can see it's pretty amazing, all this bit down, or even the back's got nice, visually get nice view at the back as well. Obviously there's this area now I'm going to work on in up here, so a little bit just needs a bit filling out in here as well, just over time, just a bit more. But overall, it's coming up really nice, and I still like this as the front, of course, and I will keep pursuing this way as the front. It's really nice dimension-wise. It's got full. It looks good from all angles, and that's really good. So just keep working away. I'm going to start to drop some of these branches a bit down, a little bit. Because there's gaps now, so I can drop those down to fill in these gaps. So simply there's wire still on it, and they're not cutting in, so you simply just keep bending the wire down. So that's easily adjusted right there. But now these are a bit, you'll notice that these go further than this, so they're out more than this. So it should be reduced back a little bit. So we slowly cut back as well, but you put the branch in place first before you cut back, so otherwise you couldn't mess it up. So put the branches in place, make sure they're wired down where you want them. Use two hands. Of course, I'm just doing it for the camera right now. We'll rewire any branches you need to rewire, and then start cutting back. Okay, so that's the process I'll keep going with. So everyone, see, here's the final look at the tree and how it looks. Coming up really beautifully, actually. The pads turned out really well. You can actually now see in here the gin and this shari in here, which is really good. Before it was hidden a bit too much, so moving that branch away and putting it into there actually really exposed this area nicely. So overall, it's a real big cleanup job on the tree. I did a fairly big one, but it actually really comes up nice. And I'll give it a nice little spin. All right, so there you go. That's what it come up like. Spend time on your trees, get them really refined, especially a couple of months out before a show. Very important if you want to get something into an exhibition to make them look perfect. So this Juniper prostrata or procumbens is now looking really good. I eliminated some branching, not too many, but a lot of it was just reducing the foliage mass on this tree. Had a lot of foliage, thinning it out properly, cleaning up underneath. So you can see all the lines now quite nice underneath everywhere. And then it gets a bit more refined and more tighter as you go up into the apex area, keeping it as clean as possible. Anything that was shooting out, you come in and cut it at one point and remove that piece. Do not pinch, do not do that. So just go in with your scissors and cut that bit out that's protruding. That's how you reduce the overall canopy, but in a safe way. So the tree recovers really well. Now the tree will just be treated just like normal, watered, fed a little bit. Now it's coming into summer, give it more feed. So it might be able to get nice more greenish before the show as well, which would be good. And I'll probably put some more lime sulfur on these just to get them nice and a bit more brighter, so you can see them a bit more. Nice little gin here that I'll work on, and a couple of little root gins. So I'll do a bit of work there, but that's really it. Any questions, let me know. Hope to see you at the show coming up in April if you're in Melbourne. And take care, and I'll see you soon.